recommended I ask the daycare if they've seen a rash like this. After a brief conversation with the daycare owner, nobody had ever seen it, so I made a mental note to call the pediatrician that day. But after being overloaded at work, I realized that calling the doctor slipped my mind. When I arrived at daycare to pick up my kid, Gabriel was sitting on the potty. I noticed that these few small spots on his chest were now covering his chest, his back, and were making their way down and around the rest of his body. I get home, make dinner, feed the family, and then Gabriel and I zip over to urgent care for what I thought would be an easy visit, and result in some steroid cream. Little did I know. The doctor looked over Gabriel and didn't say a word. This is when I knew it was serious. He advised me that Gabriel's spleen was enlarged and that he needed to have blood work done immediately. I asked if I could go tomorrow, and he said no. You need to get right now to the ER across the street. He also tells me that there could be some kind of infection. He takes down my number and says he'll call me as soon as he gets the results. Now, in my simple mind, I'm thinking a bladder or kidney infection at the most. At 10:30 p.m., my phone rings. It's the doctor. He tells me that the normal white blood count reading of a healthy person is around 5,000, and Gabriel's is 59,000. What this means is he has an infection, possibly in the bone marrow, and then he tells me it could possibly be cancer. I hang up the phone and said that the doctor might think it's cancer or an infection in his bone marrow and that we're rushing to Chalk ER. I called my mom and my mother-in-law and we relayed what I could between tears and hysterics. My husband goes in and dresses Gabriel, and I start throwing random clothes in a bag for our daughter. We drop her off and pray to the ER. After blood work and questions and more questions, we were there for 4 hours, and I begged someone to just tell me what's going on. At 2 in the morning, the doctor comes into the room and says he wants to take my husband and me to a family room to talk. I told him that this is my family and I don't think I could repeat what he has to say. The doctor looks me in the eyes and says, "Mom, we think it's leukemia." The whole time my mind is racing and nothing is connecting. I look around and people are crying and I have no clue what is going on. But I tell the doctor, okay, so we just get a prescription and a referral for a specialist, right? And he tells me no, that we'll be admitted to the oncology floor of the hospital. And that's when it all clicked. That's when I realized that oncology meant cancer and leukemia was cancer. On May 24, 2007, my son, Gabriel Lucero, was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. And that morning we were admitted to the oncology floor at Chalk, and we were prepared to be changed for the rest of our lives. Since then, we've formed amazing bonds with oncologists and nurses and child life staff, with so many people we never thought we would need in our life. Gabriel was put on a study to help find a cure for ALL, for the path is stronger than the cancer and lighter on the patient. In the past 2 years, he's had 2 surgeries, more than 5 bone marrow biopsies, and he's had more LPs than I can count. He's been on chemo for 2 years. Every 4 weeks, he goes in for a visit, which consists of chemo, IV antibiotics, and IVIG. And every 3 visits, he goes in for a visit and another LP. Through this whole thing, he has been so strong. He has never faltered. He's had his weak moments, but he's stayed strong through everything. I have never been more proud of that little boy in my life. He truly is a hero. Through everything we have been through, there has been one little person that has kept us going, put a smile on our face and made us laugh. When Gabriel's having a bad day, she is there to cheer him up. She's rubbed his little head when his hair was falling out, and she's always been there. Our daughter and Gabriel's sister has been the biggest inspiration to us all, and she's been our ray of shining light. So in the end, you want to know what the Leukemia Lymphoma Society means to us? It means a chance for my son to live, for him to smile and be happy, to grow up and have the option of life. Without the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, we wouldn't be here now. And on July 31st, we were presented with some amazing news that we thought we would never hear. On August 3rd of 2010, Gabriel will be done with treatment. That means we have 49 weeks of treatment left. My name is Lucero.